Hey, good morning everybody. My name is Jason. This is Frederick's Workshop. Today I am going to be, over the next week or two, I'm going to be making a cutting board, end grain. So I got a couple pieces of some hard maple that my wife got me for Christmas. I got to run it through the planer, take it down to 1 5/8 inch as per the Wood Whisperer. I'm basically going off of his, so wife bought the wood from Bell Force Products. I'll put a link down below. Great stuff, and I bought some other stuff from them, good prices, for people who don't have, local hardwood dealers. I just found out that I do have one. It's not too far away, but bought it from these guys before then. Yeah, go to Bell Force if you need to. That'll be down in the link below. So I'm going to, there's a link in there for the Wood Whisperer's cutting board he made. I'll probably just do the same thing and link that over for you guys. Put the link down below as well. So off of his, I went to and just wrote, watched the video and then wrote down all of his information. And now I'm going to mill those down. So they got to be 1 5/8 inch thick. So I got to get my power cord from the shop, plug the planer in, and run these bad boys through. So let me get it all set up. All right, and run these bad boys through. Got some weight to them. Way too high right now. And there we go. Got them down to 1 5/8 inch thick. Now time to take them into the shop and get the cut the length. Alright, next step is cut these down to 15 1/2. So I got them both cut there. I'm just going to do them on the miter. There they are, two of them at 15 1/2. Now I've got to rip them down to 2 1/4. Two of them, 2 pieces, 2 1/4. 2 pieces, 1 3/4. 2 pieces, 1 1/4, and 2 pieces, 3/4. Down this way. So I'm going to set up my crappy fence. I'm going to use this and a clamp to help, because that fence kind of curves this way. So I'm going to use this to push it this way, clamp the board down so it's more straight. I hate this thing. I need a new one. Hey, subscribe, like, give me some YouTube money to buy a new one. Okay, as you can see, this board, I can't really see it. So this one is 9 1/4 inches wide. That one over there is 7 inches wide. So I did the math. Hopefully I got it right here. I need 2 pieces at 2 1/4. I can get out of this one. 2 pieces at 1 3/4. I get 1 out of here, 1 out of there. 2 pieces of 1 1/4. I should get out of this one, and then 2 pieces of 3/4. I should be able to get out of that one, and that'll leave me a little bit left over there. With the figuring in the 1/8 inch wide of the blade. So let's see if my math is right, but that's my cut list there. So 2 1/4 out of this guy first, and then as you can see, I had to, because my fence, like I said, bows. I just pushed it in with this piece of trim here, clamped it down to try to keep it as straight as possible. So let's see how this goes. Cut 2 of them out of here, so we got to raise the blade. All right, here we go. Pipe looks good. And it's going to come through. It's all done. Here we go. Nothing else to do. Alright, now I gotta move it to 1 3/4 inch. So I'll do that, cut it, and then I'm gonna cut the other ones, and we'll be back. So, alright. Okay, so it's glue up time. So this is what it came out to be in these, but I still had this left over. So I figured, you know what? I'll just cut this much off and add a piece. So the pieces I needed were 2 1/4, 1 3/4, 1 1/4, and 3/4. Got 2 of each of those, which is these 4 here and those 4 there. But I had a lot left over, so I figured I'd go one piece here at 2 3/4 inch. That'll go right in the center to separate these out some. So it'll make my cutting board a little bit, quite a bit bigger. But it'll go like this. So now I gotta glue these up. So I'm going to. I don't have very good calling boards here. Let's see what I've got around out in the garage. So just apply glue. So turn. Okay, so now glue these up. To do that, I'm just going to take my clamps, lay them across the table here once I clean up some stuff. And then, there we go. And then I gotta find some calling boards to clamp down to help keep it straight. So I'm just going to apply glue to these sides, and the inside. So I'll get that set up and then I'll show you. Alright, so for gluing, take each piece out, rotate it 90 degrees this direction, this one out 90 degrees, this one out 90 degrees, 90 degrees. Oh, that's one. I got a line there, I thought that was 2. Dummy. 90 degrees, 90 degrees, 90 degrees, 90 degrees, leave it alone. So glue goes on each part of these, and then I'll put it on that side. So a ton of glue, everybody. You got to get this. I mean, you want this thing to last. So tight bond too. I should have probably put something underneath here, underneath the. Cutting board here. Sorry, delay there. Figuring out what I'm talking about. That way, I may have actually got way too much glue in here. Because all that glue is going to drip all over my work table here, my workbench. Alright, so now rotate 90. There we go. Next. Oh shit, I'm sorry. Fucking. Let me put something down on the ground. I'm a moron. I bought a glue mat. I don't know why the hell I didn't use it. So this is just gonna sit down on the floor over here. So figure out how to pick it up the best. Oops. Sit down right here. And dry. Alright, time to check the dry up on this thing here. See how bad it is. It needs sanded down really bad to level it back out. Every one of these is slightly crooked. That doesn't look bad. There's not very much glue squeeze out there, so I don't know how good that glue is. So I'm just gonna. That's a heavy board. There's a mass to it. So I'm just gonna sand it down with the orbital sander. Start with maybe some 40 grit because I got it. Let's see how it goes. Let's put these things away. Here we go. to cut this middle section out because I have to run this through the planer. So I don't get the wider clip or the cutting board as clipboard. The cutting board as I was hoping, but my board is very wobbly. So I'm going to, that side's fine. I'm going to run it through the planer. See if I can't get that wobble out of it. And while I'm doing that, enjoy some cold snacks or something. I'll be back when I'm done. There it is, planed down. So now I need to trim off the ends. Just take a nice straight edge there on the table saw and then cut it down into its pieces. I'm not sure how good the glue. I mean, you can see some spots here where the glue didn't make it nice and all the way through on both sides. So when I cut this, hopefully it doesn't fall apart. We'll see. But I'm just going to skim the edges. Well, let me get the table saw set up that it's nice and flat. The snipe isn't bad. I just put on the extension wing tables on my planer. It seemed to help. I still see some little bit of snipe, especially on this side. But it does look like it's a lot less than what it was. So, yeah, that's nice. And brand new blades. Sorry, Bearded Woodworker, I started to use your affiliate link, but oh, they were 50 bucks a set of blades, and the generic Amazon brand, whatever the hell they were half price. So, sorry, went with those. Okay, so I ran it through and got the edges trimmed up before I set up my stuff here. Now, can you see this here? Yeah. So I got a stop block set up to 1.25 inches away from this side of the blade, so I can just make some cuts. This will repeat okay. So let's make a few. Alright, there's 3 of them so far, so I'm gonna stop there and then I'll come back once I get these all done. Make this a little easier for us. Alright, there they are, all cut. So now I just got to rotate every other one. Do I rotate it this way? I think that's the way I'll rotate it. I don't know, I'll look at it in a minute. First I got to clean up that huge pile. That is, oops, sorry. That is 2 inches deep worth of sawdust there. So let me get that cleaned up and then sweep up in here and we'll be back. Okay, so, alright, so we got all of them lined up here. We'll take the first one, put it down here on the clamp. Then all of these we glue on this side. So if I go this way, I'll do a few at a time. This way, this way, this way, this way, and we'll stop there. So if I put glue on all these, I'll get up there. Zoom that out. Anyway, goes over here. Glue the crap out of this. Whoa! Let me than my finger. Nothing. Any reaction it is. Okay, now rotate, rotate. That will last by itself. Rotate. And on the side. Then on glue. Light more on there. Now the last one. I'm gonna white line them all up on that side because I've got to push down to the side. Level up the edges with my finger gauge here, feeling that they feel level, flush to each other best I can, and then give this a twirl. Is that twirl? Here we go. Sounds good. Just some more. Deal. Some more. Twist some more, twist some more, twist some more. And down to the point where I can't adjust it, they are off. These are all pretty good. Alright, so just twist, twist. Alright. I'm gonna let that dry for a day. So once that's dry, we'll come back and test her out. And there she is. So now, it's not wobbly, but it's definitely not flat. There's a real high spot here. Right there, if you can see that. I got to sand this thing down or plane it. I'm going to try sanding it first with some, probably even just jump all the way on the 40. That's what's on the sander. And give this a whirl for a little bit. And then, if I have to, I'll put a little chamfer on the two ends. And then slowly run it through the planer, like quarter turn at most, each pass, so it just barely touches, and then it finally touches. So we'll go with this guy first and see what happens. Sanding this, okay. So, sanding this down here, getting it nice and smooth on both sides and cleaning up some of the burn marks from the table saw here. Need a new blade. Actually, I just need a new table saw. But when I ran through the planer, I lost quite a bit of my cutting board here. I don't know how much, about 6-7 inches of it or so. It just blew up. So I ain't planing it. If I ever make another end grain, I'm not going to send it to the planer. I'm just going to use the sander. I've been sanding this thing for like 4 hours now, and it's still, I can feel grooves, and it needs a lot more. But so far so good. Now I'm going to chamfer the edges. So, okay. Right here. Set her down. I'm just going to put a little hand chamfer. Slap a little hand chamfer on this thing here. I'm using I think I got 120 on here. That takes it off. Holy crap. Be careful doing this edges. That 120 is just gone, taking it. Alright, I'm on, I think this is 120. Yeah. Moving on up to 220. Get this going for a while. I don't know how far down I'm going to go. I don't think I'll take it to 3, so I might just stop at 220. But I'm going to, and then I'll do some hand sanding again, actually hand, around the edges just to clean those up, make them, after I get done with the top and bottom. But it's starting to look okay. Should be that big. Oh well. I mean, I do have extra pieces, but I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to try to put them on here and sand it down. So, finish sanding, and we'll be back. Well, the bottom's good enough as far as that goes. I'm not going to do much more because this is the bottom. I'm going to put some feet on this thing later, but I got to go get those. But first off, or next off, let's burn the crap out of it. Put my mark on it. I think I'm just going to go dead center in this bad boy. Right there. That's going to be all doubled up. Let's see if I can see how that looks after I give a quick little sand missing the whole nose part, top mouth. Very serious. Not sure how much got cut off there, but yeah, so I branded the bottom there. Not happy with the way it turned out, but you know, it's on there. So now it's time to oil this thing up. You can go get gloves. Okay, so I just got a shop towel. Should be lint free, I believe. Should help out a little bit, so I'm just gonna put some on here. I should have started with the bottom first. So. Not as high as I wanted. Just a little bit left over in here from last cutting boards I made. Ooh, wow, that's end, or that side grain looks, wow. Deal with the bottom of it at another point. So let me just lay it in here like this. Rub this on. Let that soak in for a while. And get these hairs off there. What the hell? Dog hair. Some bitch. I should have put it on here. I don't know. Dang it. It's like it's gonna absorb the dog hairs. So. Alright, just let that soak in. And then we'll do about 30 coats of it. Nah, we'll just soak in until it stops soaking in. I'm going to do about 2 on this side, flip it over, do 1 or 2 on the bottom side, flip it over, do a couple on the top side again. So we're just going to go back and forth. But we shall return once we get a good few coats on. Okay, final step, adding little feet. That's the top, this should be the bottom. Booger there for a minute. Let's see here. So I want to just take a couple of these feet out here. Amazon, less than $5 for 20 of them. So now I want to use some sort of, that might, no. I was kind of thinking about using this, I can, but if I go like that, no, I might do that, 1 and 1. And I can see that that board is not square. I need a little nail. There it is for work. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use I'm going to press this up against the board, hold it here, and then go in from I'll just go in from where the T is and Hyper Tough. And put a little mark right there. Let's see where it's at. Yeah, that's good. I can live with that spot right there. Okay, so now I need a hole. Some set screws they gave me. Itty bitty little guys. Oh, come on, I hate these crack bags. There you go. We'll go down to, we'll go to 1/16. Yeah, we'll do a 1/16 of an inch. Almost went to get my little foot. And and a screw and a screwdriver. I don't have any little Phillips out here. Okay, back. So let's come on, big hands. That's got ways to go. I might have to step up the screw size, the drill bit size. Got 1/16 is a little tight there. There we go. There's one. So yeah, let's move up one to 5/64s. Okay, let's rotate. There we go. Take it inside, wipe her down, give her a test run. We'll be back when we go to the kitchen.